We are really excited about the Women's Retreat for March 2014. I hope you can join us down at Sandy Cove, Maryland. It's on the Chesapeake Bay, and the setting is just gorgeous. It's a wonderful retreat center that has great accommodations, delicious meals, and it's an opportunity for Christian women to gather together and have this time set apart of our normal, busy routines to have time of fellowship and spiritual growth, of worship with one another. Also time to retreat and reflect, to have quiet time, to have rest, to have time out in creation, to go on a prayer walk with other women, or just sit and enjoy the sunsets across the Chesapeake Bay. This year we will be heading down to Maryland the last weekend in March on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. This year our topic will be forgiveness. We've titled it The Sweet Life, Being Forgiven and Forgiving in Christ. So there will be a sweet theme to it, so some candy and chocolate, which we all enjoy in moderation. And then the realization that God has forgiven us, that as Christians we are forgiven in Christ. So forgiving ourselves, knowing that we are forgiven by this good and gracious God. And then the challenge sometimes to forgive others, people who have hurt us deeply, people maybe who have hurt us in the past who are no longer living or in some other ways absent, but our ability still to grow in forgiveness towards them. And we will work on some exercises in forgiving and understand how we can forgive those people. And what an amazing difference it makes as we live out this promise of being forgiven and forgiving in Christ. It makes a difference to the world. It makes a difference into our families, with our friends, and all our relationships. And so much of a difference in society when we can take up the brokenness of the past, the wounds, the debris that have kind of possibly littered some experiences that we've had where we have been injured. And through forgiveness, we can reuse those pieces to build something promising for the future. This idea and assurance that God is working to redeem even the most horrible injuries that we have experienced through this process of forgiveness in Christ to create this new creation, this redeemed way of being in relationship with one another and with God through Christ. So we hope you will be intentional about setting aside that weekend, the last weekend in March, and joining us. We typically have about 40 women, and they are exceptional, wonderful Christian women who I know if it's your first time going, you will have a wonderful experience. And if you're one of the people that has gone every time, I'm sure you have it on your calendar already, and you can't wait to join in again. So pick up a brochure. There'll be some around the church for you to fill out for yourself, to give to a friend or family member, so that we can have a wonderful community of women to celebrate and to learn more about forgiveness next year.